Okay, let's continue. So we're going to look at the button now, and to access the editing tools for the button, you can either click on the button there, click on the little gear icon there. All right, just click on that, and then on the left-hand side, you've got all the things that you can change in this button, right? And there's quite a lot, so let's just kind of process what's going on. So the button can do different things, and in this drop-down menu, it can show you what it can do. It can send the form. So if this were a funnel page, or if I had some information above it, like an email and a name or something like that, then you could use the button to submit that, take the person to the next step in the funnel, and that email and information would then be stored inside your system account, where you could go and contact that person later, and then they would see the next step in the funnel. All right. In this instance, this button is actually going to take them to one of those funnels, and so I just want to open the URL. All right. And I'll show you how we add that URL here in just a moment. You could also have it open a pop-up. Right, so you're familiar with pop-ups on websites. It's sometimes the creator of the page doesn't want the contact information or the form that you fill in to be on the page, and so they use a pop-up for it. You could send this to a blog link, or you can make it so it downloads a file. We'll get to that maybe at some point, but for now we're just going to have it open a URL. All right, which means we're going to direct, if someone clicks on this button right there, it's going to take them to another website. And over here is where I'm going to type in what that URL is. And someone smarter than me who's watching this can probably tell me what URL stands for, but it's just a link, right? Something link, I think is what it is. All right, so what is that link going to be? Well, if I go and I'll open up my funnel that I'm working on. As I'm working on my funnel hub, I'm also working on this over here. I've got this funnel that I'm making to help my golf students or prospective golf students understand how to control distance when they putt. And this is the link to that, right? It's usagolf.pro/putting. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click this little copy whatever icon that is right there. It'll tell me it's copied to my clipboard, and then I can go back to the page over here and I can paste that in to that. And now if someone clicks on this button, it's going to take them to that website. All right. The next step down, do I want them to stay in the same window? No, because I want that Funnel Hub website, my homepage, to still be up and available to them immediately. So I'm going to ask this just to open it into a window adjacent to the homepage that they're looking at. All right. Okay, so here I can align this button left, I can align it right, or I can align it middle. I like the middle. Button width can be fluid or full width. Nope, I don't really want it to be full width. I want it to be fluid so I can adjust it. Right? Margin, I can add some top margin if I wanted to. I can move it around a little bit. I think it needs to go down slightly. Bottom margin, I don't think I need any bottom margin on that. I think we're okay where we're at. And then left or right, I think, let's just see what we got. No, we're all right with that. There doesn't need to be anything like that. All right, so what is the button actually going to say? Well, I don't want to just say click here, right? I want it to say something like, and this is where I was a little premature in deleting the button from this one, from off this page, because I used to have 3 of them that would link over, right? And I could have just copied that text. Anyhow, we're just going to write it in on this one. So instead of saying a click here, I'm going to ask it to say get a free lesson how to control speed. when you put. Then I might come back and wordsmith that just a little bit. But that's kind of the idea, right? Is I want this button to take them to that. And then I can make my font size a little bigger, which I probably want it to be. And I think that's fine. If you wanted to change the font of this, you can change where those fonts are coming from. I think keeping them all the same is fine. And then subtext, you can here add something underneath that. So get a free lesson how to control speed when you putt, and then you can make another description, right? This is the most important skill to learn when let's put it like this: the most important putting skill to learn. All right, so and I can make that font slightly bigger. I still want it to be smaller so that it's the subtext, right? And you'll see that automatically the subtext is a slightly different color than the actual text, which is great. I like that. I'm not going to have any icons before or after. I do want to change the color of that a little bit. All right, so my background color right there, I want that to be, let's take a look and see how this is going to look. So let me go to my style guide, which is just on the screen outside of your view, but let's try the same blue. So we're just going to copy that and paste it in there. Right now, not the same dark blue as that. Oh, let me see what it looks like with the red in there. I might go with the red. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I like the white text color, and the subtext color is slightly different from that. But I like the red. Do I want any more top and bottom padding? No, I think we're okay there. Left or right looks good. Rounded corners, yes, I do want these to be a little more rounded. So let's take a look and see how rounded I want. Usually 10, maybe 15. Yeah, let's change all of those to 15 and see what that gives us. Yeah, there we go. Nice rounded. Now, one difference that I've noticed between working inside the ClickFunnels editor and the System editor is that ClickFunnels on the back end lets you go and add a style guide for all of this. I haven't yet found it in System. It might be there. I'll just need to look a little harder. And in the style guide for ClickFunnels, you can program in your button styles and everything else like that, so that you can just tell it, I want it to look like button style number 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, and it'll change it automatically for you, which would include rounded corners, shadows, borders, everything like that. However, you can just, like I showed you there, you can just do it. A border, actually, I do want a border. But I want my border color to be, let's see if I can do this. This was a little trick that I found in ClickFunnels. And I want my shadow, so I'm going to put a hard shadow. No, but it's going to be different. All right. I was able to put a little halo around my my buttons inside of ClickFunnels. I might still be able to do it here. That's okay. I'm going to just I'll figure that out maybe later. All right, so we'll just go with no border. There we go. No border, no shadow. Delay before displaying this item. So what that means is if you want the button to only show up part way, maybe because there's a video of you talking and you get to the point in the video where you say, hey, click here for more information, and then the button magically appears after 5 minutes and 43 seconds of your video, because that's when you know you're going to say, click here for more information, right? And so you could adjust it like that. This one just needs to stay on the whole time. This item needs to be visible on both mobile and desktop. And if I wanted to see what this looked like on mobile, I could just click on that little mobile icon, and now it's going to show me what it looks like for mobile. And System does a pretty decent job of optimizing everything for mobile based off of what I'm creating in the desktop version. All right, so that's a little bit about buttons. Come back for more. We're going to talk about changing colors inside of fonts and inside of text, and how you get bolds and those type of things, just like you would using any other text editor. So come back for the next video.